Hi, welcome back to Burning River Bushcraft. Today we're going to be making a high carbon steel knife that's going to fit inside the tin of a pocket survival kit. So the idea of using a small tin like this, Altoid's tin, to pack a personal survival kit that you can just slip in your pocket is pretty popular, and it's been around for a long time. Probably the first person I saw promote this was Lofty Wiseman, and he did not use an Altoid's tin, he actually used a tobacco tin. So if you pack carefully, you can get quite a bit of items in here that's going to help you out in a bad situation. It's probably not the best choice for a survival kit. I mean, there's way better options out there, but everybody seems to gravitate towards these. So I have an entire playlist on YouTube on building the Altoid's tin kit. I make some items for it, I modify quite a few items for it, and I actually do a 3-part overnighter. So I can put a link in the description below to find that. I am pretty proficient with this. I have put years of research into what fits in the tin, what works, what doesn't work. And I have an upcoming course on Outdoorcore on building the ultimate pocket size survival tin. That will be released probably just after this video. So I'm going to put this video out, and then maybe a week or so later I'm going to release the Outdoorcore course itself. So definitely check it out if this is something you're interested in. This is not the end-all survival kit. Having something like this and slipping in your pocket and thinking you're prepared can actually get you in a lot of trouble. There are a lot better options, there's a lot better containers, but this makes a great backup to gear that you should be carrying anyway. If you were to lose some gear or break some gear, most of your main items can be fabricated from what we can put in a tin like this. So I'm sure there's guys out there that can AutoCAD the interior of this and just tell you exactly the dimensions you need to cut a knife to fit in here. I'm just going to use cardboard, and I'm just going to cut a template real quick. So this just roughly fits in here, and that just gives me just the vaguest of ideas what I need to work with. And now for steel, this is a piece of 100,000th 1 inch wide 1095. And again, this is available from Amazon, but you can use a file, you can use any type of reclaimed high carbon steel for this. So I'm going to transfer the width of this blade onto our pattern. So we're getting closer to an actual knife shape here. This is at least going to fit in the tin, and this is the dimensions or undersize of the dimensions of the steel I've got to work with. So right now I'm going to kind of just find center line, and you can do anything you want to with this. I'm going to actually just make a spear point. I think it's a pretty versatile knife design. I'm going to sharpen up to this line, so up to center line is going to be the sharpened edge. So this is going to be similar to probably like my Bushcrafter, my Blind Horse, or my LT Riot, or my Battle Horse Bushcrafter knives. Just the classic Kepart style. So I'm going to cut this out now, and we will see how I like it. So this doesn't look like much yet, but bear with me here. It kind of looks like a bean, or maybe a peanut or something weird. And it does fit in the tin, so we're always going to keep that in mind. And right now I'm going to give myself 2 fingers plus a lanyard hole, and I'm going to go ahead and mark that out, and that's going to be our grind line. This is just going to help me lay out the entire knife ahead of time. Okay, so this is going to be the blade end, here's the handle end, and this is going to give me my 2 fingers. And right now I'm just going to give myself an indentation for my finger. So I want this to be as wide as my finger, so you can kind of adjust it for yourself. And what that's going to do, I like to do this on any spear point blade, is when I pick this thing up in the dark or in low light, or if I'm working on a task and not necessarily focusing on the knife itself, when I pick it up I can index it, so I know that this is going to be the sharpened edge. Okay, so that Sharpie mark is going to be the sharpened edge. Right here is going to be the index for my finger. And then I'm going to put a lanyard hole in the back. And actually on this design, I'm going to give myself another lanyard hole kind of dead center middle. And what that's going to do is that's going to help me when I craft a handle in the field. So this is the rough pattern I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and use my angle grinder to chop this off, and then I'm going to use my bench grinder to go ahead and grind this around, or my belt grinder. I've made plenty of knives before I had my belt grinder, so you can do all of this stuff with just an angle grinder. All right, so after the quench, I tempered this blade and went ahead and resharpened it, and it freaking sharpened up nice. Here's the overall size, 2 fingers, that's about all you're gonna get. And that's roughly two inches of sharpened edge. I can choke up on it using more of a scalpel hold. I like this little indentation right here for that. And of course, it's going to fit in the tin, or it wouldn't be a Pocket Survival tin knife. And this thing just is ridiculously sharp here. See some hairs popping here. There you go. So, pretty cool. This is not that hard to make. You can make these by hand. If having a personal survival tin is something that you're interested in, you can see on my playlist. I show you what's in there. I don't really show you how to pack it. So there are some updates to the personal survival tin that I've made. I show you a lot of different options. If you want to make a knife like this, I've pretty much showed you how to do it. Not that hard. Just let your tin be your guide. If this is something you're interested in, you know, maybe hit me up on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. Depending on how busy I am, I might be able to make you one. But this is definitely an option. There's a lot of good survival knives that are designed to fit in a survival tin. So I just think you can add this to the list. Definitely a solid blade, solid design, and it'll help you survive in a bad situation. Till next time, this has been Jamie Boggs with Burning River Bushcraft. See you soon.